everybody. Welcome to episode 32 of the Queens of Nerddom. Been gone for a little bit, went to Phoenix Fan Fusion and had lots of fun there. But little did you know, I had some plans in place before I went, and these ladies were my plans. As you guys know, I talked about there's many different ways to nerd out, and I embrace all sorts of nerd fandom. Well, this is one of them. We're going to be talking about Bridgerton and Queen Charlotte, which is part of the Bridgerton universe. So, hope you guys can join in the conversation in the chat, and hope you have fun. Oh, and I know you see some new faces. You're just gonna have to wait a second and watch my intro, and then I'll introduce them. Okay. Ugh. Nothing gets me more pumped than watching a bunch of chicks kick ass. I'm sorry. Those are some of my favorite ones too. I don't know how you guys feel, but something about those chicks, right? So all right. So introductions. Thank you for waiting and watching my intro for these wonderful introductions. So as you can see, I have some very special guests with me this evening. So I'm going to put some gas on them. I have actually been dying to get these two on here for the better part of a year. I know. So if you guys don't know, these are actually the first ladies of the Dat Feeling Podcast Network. These are the wives of some of my best friends. Apple, you can wave.
Hi, everyone.
Apple, my homegirl. And down below, you see Con, my other homegirl, is Katie's wife. You know, and I kept thinking, how am I going to get these two on this podcast? And Haley is actually the one to blame. He made a post. What was it, Con? Making fun of Bridgerton or something? Do you remember that?
Yes. Because he sat down and I roped him in. He's going to sit there and act like he don't like it, but he like it.
So I saw this post that my friend Black made, and I was like, oh, that's it. I can do it. I found out Apple liked it, and the rest is history. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna start talking about Bridgerton. You guys ready? Oh wait, we gotta do our shots. Oh my god, what am I doing? All right. So it is tradition. Ladies, you got your shots?
Hold on. Willie's supposed to bring you one.
Oh, okay.
Willie, look, my son-in-law made me a shot. I don't know what the hell's in the glass, so we're gonna find out based on my face reaction. It is white, so that's good for me. It's not dark.
It's not dark, right? Oh, Blake Hickman's in the chat. What's up, Blake? Oh, okay. B Rhodes. I know. I love that woman power in the intro, right? oh my goodness. Kaylee's in the chat too. No, got the white flower.
I am
all right, my friends.
I need you to back up.
All right, friends.
We can start. What?
All right. So, what are you guys drinking to? I am drinking to friends, and that's kind of our nerd community that we have going on here. And love everybody so much. And I love that you guys are coming into the fold. Like I'm just so ecstatic about it. So I will cheers to that. You guys want to cheers to anything different?
I've got Yingling, which is my favorite beer.
Ooh.
But yeah.
Happy
All
already.
right. I just got Coke. I'm working tonight, so I guess no shots.
That counts. No worries. All right. Cheers, lady.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ah.
I don't know what that
All
was.
right.
Maybe soju. I don't know.
Oh, you're drinking soju? Oh
That's
God,
what
you're
it
making a
tastes
face.
like.
Oh God, you're making a face.
I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's apple or peach. I don't know. Anyway.
Some pretty delicious. All right. All right. So let's get into Queen Charlotte. Queen Charlotte, I think. Con, was it you? Somebody told me about Queen Charlotte, and I think that's why I ended up watching it. Now, I have some thoughts about Queen Charlotte. So you see Queen Charlotte as this like dignified and like commanding figure who's like the most powerful figure actually of all the time. And then you get to see her original story. And I always kind of wondered how she kind of like found her footing and everything. And I was blown away. I actually hope, I don't know if they'll do another one. They probably won't, but I thought it was great. Just seeing her kind of like come into like the position of queen and kind of like accepting all that power. Do you guys have like any initial thoughts about that?
Okay, so I started watching season 2 again, right? And I don't know, maybe I missed it the first time I was watching Queen Charlotte, but she had 15 babies.
Yes, girl. I know. I had to go and play that back again. I was like, God damn. And then I had to do an extra Google search.
Yeah,
I'm like, well, how often was she having popping out these damn kids?
exactly.
It was like
right?
every year. As soon as she could get knocked up, she was knocked up again.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Dude,
good God.
give your vagina a rest, man. It's like the start.
That's right.
You don't even have to push them
Well, you don't
anymore.
have to
They
give the
just fall
vagina a
out.
rest. Give the fucking uterus a rest. We don't need the babies, but you don't have to let the vagina rest.
Your uterus is like, hold on. This
Yeah, I had to like wait. Did she say 15? I surely missed that the first time I watched it.
15, man.
Yeah.
Dude, that blew me away. Like I was like, yeah, I'm like, and she for real. Like I know like a lot of this show is not like historically accurate, but she for real had like 15 kids, and I'm like, man, I'm hurting just after having 3. Like I don't want to have any more. I'm like, my God.
Girl.
Girl. But yeah, that was just like my thing for today.
But yeah, with regards to like her rise to like power and taking on like the role, and I mean honestly, she did a lot, right? Because King Charles, or not Charles, George, couldn't really do anything, so she was holding both of them down. But I love how they did the show with regards to, bringing in our Black folks and getting everybody intertwined, and definitely speaking up for Lady Danbury. They need to make her own little spinoff.
Dude, I second that. Like,
yeah,
just like Lady Danbury is probably like one of my favorite characters, and having her included in like the whole Queen Charlotte little series that they had, I absolutely, dude, that night when Lady Danbury's husband died, dude, I was so weak. She's like, you do not need to draw my bath as often. And
yeah. She's letting her hand know, like, girl, we're good. We're done. We ain't gotta do this no more.
It's done.
It was disgusting.
She must have put a wild spin on things because he died that night. And I'm like, man, he died a happy guy, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. His whole ass fell off the bed.
Was that the one? Was she on top or was he?
No, they were dogging it out when he died. He was
Oh yeah,
like,
that's right.
straight up go backwards.
Okay, I get it. Yeah,
No.
remember that.
Yo, make
No,
me so
yeah. Mm.
That was great.
yeah. But I love Lady Danbury's character so much, and I like the relationship that Lady Danbury developed with Queen Charlotte over the series, and then I also loved the kind of back and forth that she had with I think her name was Princess Augusta, was George's mom, the Dowager Princess. I
Mhm.
kind of like their back and forth. I see you, Lady Stark, trying to be all sneaky. She's like, "Oh no, I'm the Dowager Princess." That's Lady Stark, damn it. From Game of Thrones. Um, but I really like their relationship, and like there's a lot of times where I was watching when Lady Danbury was having tea with the Dowager Princess, and I would back it up, and I was like, "Ooh, that was a smooth jab." I'm like, "Let me back that up
Mhm.
really quick," and
Mhm.
then I would like
Mhm.
rewatch it and everything. But I I love their relationship, and I love the relationship that she started developing with Queen Charlotte, because I think she's a genuine friend, and I think that you see
They're
that in the
best
later
friends.
seasons too.
Yeah, they're best friends, aren't they? Queen
That's how I
Charlotte.
see it.
Yeah, I think pretty much. And I like how she doesn't hold back with Queen Charlotte.
No.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
So
I think that's what gets me, is that even though Charlotte's the queen, they're best friends, she's still respectful, but she doesn't hold back either. Like she
yeah.
lets her know. Like I think there was one, I know I'm kind of jumping, but in season 3 when they were playing chess together, and she's like, what's the time without a little gossip? And it kind of makes the queen kind of pause. So she
Mhm.
knows how to like talk to the queen without being disrespectful. But yeah, I totally agree. Like they're best friends, and I love it. I think it's so cool.
That's why they all go to
Mhm.
Lady Danbury for help. Like if they need to get to the queen.
I'm telling you, they really do. That's your in. Like go to Lady Danbury. My gosh. Um
Mhm.
so the thing that kind of got me with Queen Charlotte is her initial loneliness like really got me. Just the loneliness that she had like when her and George like initially got married, and he wasn't with her like throughout the whole honeymoon and everything. And it was such and I don't know how much that kind of loneliness like kind of resonated with you guys, because everybody gets lonely at some time in her life, but she was like truly alone. Like even like her the staff and the
Mhm.
palace, like they're not really her friend. Like she can't really talk to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Um.
But then go ahead.
Um. Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. But
Mm.
I was with Queen Charlotte. Yeah, she was lonely, but I love how she 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 was fighting for it. She was fighting for George, I guess.
Yeah.
Like she's not like, okay, well, I'll go back to the other house or whatever. I forgot what they call it. But
Yeah.
like she stood her ground. She stood her ground, and I love that about her.
She did. And and she even had like I think it was after she got pregnant, and she even had like her lowest point where she actually you guys remember how she like summoned her brother
Mhm.
to
Mhm. And she was
like
about to
take
dip
her.
out. Yeah, she was
Yeah,
alone.
because and it was different than that initial one where you saw her like with the like wisteria vines, and like George finds her and she's like, he must be like some sort of troll or something. I'm out. Give me a boost.
Mhm.
Like this one
Mhm.
was like she knows everything at this point, but now like she sees everything and she wants to go. She's like, I get
Yeah.
it. She's lonely. She feels like she doesn't have control over everything. And I don't I mean, I think anybody could really like identify with that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um
I wish George would have told her earlier though, like what the hell was happening.
Oh yeah.
I do too.
Um,
They're
And honestly, it was what's his first hand's name? Oh my
oh
god, what's
his
his
his dude, his homeboy.
Yeah, his dude that kept was telling Brimsley, which was Queen Charlotte's right hand,
Wasn't it
pretty
Richard?
much telling like shh, shh. So I can't think of his name
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
I can.
Yeah.
Tall guy, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But he was just like
His
he just
blonde-haired
kept
white boy.
like, nah, don't let her know. She can't know. Like just like I wish she would have known earlier on, because then she wouldn't have to feel so alone.
No, and it's like I'm glad near the end she finally like kind of comes into being queen, and she starts, you know, basically putting the Dowager Princess in her place. She starts putting everybody in their place. And I can't remember exactly what she said, but she would rather have George the way he is, well and happy, than what the torture that he was basically trying to put himself through to make himself like quote unquote well. And man, was she, dude, when she put her foot down, I was just like, oh man.
She said, leave my man alone. If he's gonna be mad, let him be mad. Who fucking cares?
He mine. He's mad, George, but
he's
like,
mine. I will deal with him. And she did.
She did. She did it all right.
Did. Very, very
15 days
artfully. Dude, if that didn't put some sanity in that man's mind, I don't know what would. She's like, I give you 15 days. That's what she was trying to do. She's like, I'm trying to keep him well.
He's definitely crazy.
Oh yeah, she kept him well, all right. She kept throwing it back at him. That's what she did to keep him well.
His name Bad George.
You good, babe? It's an even day. Let's go.
Hey, Brett, come back down to earth. Let me throw this back on you real quick. You'll remember me, goddammit.
Dude. I love that. The other thing that she did that I want to talk about from Queen Charlotte was, I think it was near the end, and again, it's with Lady Danbury and Queen Charlotte, and I forget how Queen Charlotte kind of finds out about the issues that Lady Danbury had, like since her husband died, and like the problems with like her title and her estate and everything. And Queen Charlotte says something along the lines of, George and I shoulder like the burden together, and she needs to come directly to her with her concerns. And then the key point, if you guys remember, that the Dowager Princess, King George's mother, never called her Lady Danbury. That would be acknowledging her title. But Queen Charlotte does.
Yep.
At the very end. Do you remember that? And I was like, I'm getting chills just thinking about it. She calls her Lady Danbury. And I was like,
yeah.
And I love that about this show, because there's such subtle things as that will give you chills, that they say and that they do. And I'm just like, she called her Lady Danbury. I'm like, oh my God, she acknowledged her title.
I'm going to tell you without telling you directly, like, you're going to keep your damn title.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
How epic of a mic drop is that? I'm like, she's the queen. She just mic drops and walks away. She's like, Lady Danbury.
Lady Danbury, yep.
I'm just like, damn.
But to have that from Queen Charlotte, you know, she straight up was like, whatever you need, you come to us directly.
Yeah.
Like,
I got you.
Lady Danbury got it like that. I'm going to go straight to the queen.
Dude. And like, as you see, like through the seasons, like it never went to like Lady Danbury's head. Like, she's very smart.
Yeah.
And the way she carries herself with like such dignity and grace, like as you can see, she's probably like one of my favorite characters. I love her. All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about with Queen Charlotte before we move on?
That scene where they were where she went under the bed with him. That was the
Oh yeah. What'd she say? Like, come hide from the heavens with me or something. It was so sad. It was so sad. Yeah. That scene got me fucked up still.
I know.
It's so sad, especially when they were older. So when they were when they were closing up the series, and they were going back and forth between them being young and old. I was like, oh my god. I mean, like for real, all up in my feels. Like,
Dude.
ugh.
When he went like, you didn't go over the
Yeah. You
the
didn't go over
wall,
the wall.
wall.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
no, George,
Hmm.
I did it. I was like, oh,
Yeah, I know.
yeah,
It
that was
was so sad.
And I love that because he remembered her when they were under the bed and everything. He's like, "You
yes,
didn't go over." And you go back and forth
Mm-hmm.
between seeing one of them young and one of them older, and I was just like,
Yeah,
"Oh, I hate
yeah.
you, Netflix.
And
Damn
she
you."
and she right? And she always brought him back by saying Farmer George, just Farmer George. And it
Yeah,
was
you're
like
right.
the light bulb that like, and he was like, okay. And like, and it always brought him back, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's
She
true.
she
Yeah.
definitely had her way. I remember I don't know what episode it was, but she was like Venus. She started with Venus, right? Because when she found him in the garden all naked,
Right, right.
and then eventually she was like, "Fuck Venus, I'm Charlotte. I am your Charlotte." And I don't know if you guys remember that, but she
I
said that.
do.
So
The garden,
that's when
yeah,
she
yeah,
threw
in the
that's
garden.
yeah she threw Venus out the window and was like, "No, it's me, and it's you and me, and it's us."
Yeah,
And like
like
yeah,
look at
that's
me.
the for real. Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely like I guess I don't know how you put it. Like she came into her own and she realized like the situation that she was in, and instead of like running off with her brother, like she owned it and she made it her own. And
Mm-hmm.
you see her
Mm-hmm.
in the later seasons, and I appreciate that so much more.
Mhm.
Seeing
Yeah.
how she didn't have an easy time like becoming queen, and got to the point where it's like, no, you're not going to boss me around. Like I'm the queen. It's
Yeah.
like, whoo, which I think is pretty
Yeah.
appropriate for this podcast. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You guys ready to roll into season 1 of Bridgerton?
Yeah.
Girl,
All right,
yes.
cool.
Bring on my Duke.
My Duke, my Duke, my Duke. Oh, sorry, that's where my brain went. All right. So we have season 1 of Bridgerton. So I know these are based off books. I have not read said books. Have you guys read the books? I know Lauren did.
I have
I
not.
have not. Mm-mm.
I haven't either. So, anyways, these are based on books. The first book, much like the season 1, is about Daphne Bridgerton's love story. So this has a fake lovers trope kind of undertones in it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Going into this episode, what are your first thoughts? Like, what are the things that you absolutely love about this first season?
Okay. You want to go first, Con, or
Go for it.
Good.
um? For me, I like how you see the focus on them. Like there's so much distraction. You know what I'm saying?
Black says season 1, aka Skinamax. He ain't lying.
Yeah, that's what he was calling it the whole time.
What?
Why you gotta? We're not to those episodes yet. We're starting. Gosh, Black.
We're just starting the season. We haven't hit that yet. Calm down.
Calm down. Calm down.
But yeah, not much distraction on the first season, which I really love because you can really focus on their story, their relationship, like from hate to love, and of course it has a good ending. So I love that. Oh, wait.
Absolutely. Blake says, "Now I think I know when you say Godspeed watching it after your last comment." And Black just laughs. Con, what you got, girl?
Look, man, it was the Duke for me. Whoosh, girl. Yeah,
Woo!
my husband was hating hard. But I was like, oh Lord, who signed this guy up for being the damn Duke? But anyway, I was as soon as I saw him, I was like, man. That's why I kept watching, to be honest with y'all.
That's
That
okay.
he like roped me in. I was like, all right, okay, let's go see what this is gonna be about. But anyway, yeah, going to how they're fake relationship was established, and then actually falling in love, like, yeah, I didn't see that coming at first. I didn't. I was like, this guy's gonna be a douche, and their lives are gonna be totally separated, and like, but I'm telling you, obviously, when they, whoever the female is, whether Lady Danbury or clearly it's Bridgerton, right, or the first season, it's like you throw that ass in their direction, and they're gonna stick around.
Mm.
So that's what it is. The Duke was like, okay, I guess I'm in love now. This ain't no fake relationships. We're in this now.
Who do you think fell in love first, Daphne or the Duke?
I think Daphne fell in love first. I think she fell in love first because she was already. I mean, she kept trying to rope him in, like, you know what I'm saying, like.
And the way she'd be looking at him,
like, are we really gonna like fucking fake this out? Like, this is not why I got married. You know, like, she was pissed. She was pissed at first, and so
there was
I definitely think it was her.
Because there was a part where he's like, "It's always been you," where the Duke said, I don't know. I think when it was the night of their wedding, it's always, you know how, oh, you're sleeping on the other room.
Yeah.
And they were doing that little fight, whatever. And he said that. So I'm like, okay, so he fell in love with her first. But I mean, I know what you were saying though with Daphne. Like, she'd be looking at him sometimes with that, like,
that eye, right? Like,
yes. Looking at his, the way he was eating. There was a part where he was like licking his finger or something like that. And
he was eating ice cream, man.
Yeah. She was looking at
ice cream porno. Like, they have TikToks of it, and I was like, whoo, swipe. I need to watch that while I'm at work.
Yeah.
My God. I kind of feel like the Duke acted a certain way to keep Daphne away, because I feel like he liked her at first, but he was a jackass, because the whole thing with the whole season was he didn't want to continue his estate and like his lineage because his father was so awful to him. So the Duke had a pretty bad stutter, like speech impediment, when he was younger, and the Duke and his father just kind of made him feel stupid. But here comes Lady Danbury, my girl, Lady Danbury,
to rescue.
She did, and she gave him confidence, and it made the world a difference. And but I think back to my original thought, I think that was the reason why he pushed Daphne away. I think he did like her. I think if he hadn't have acted that way, maybe Daphne would have gotten with him earlier than what she initially did, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. That was some kind of revenge on his part, though. Well, because my father did this, I don't want to continue his lineage. Whatever you say, you know, like, I don't know. Maybe I thought that was a little too harsh.
I agree. Like, come on, dude. Like, you can erase the issues of your past. Like, you don't have to be like your dad, which eventually he did.
Yeah,
he did eventually do that.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Daphne's right hook? How about homeboy that kept getting in her face and tried to fill her up, and she just went
Nigel Birdbrook.
Yeah.
Birdbrook. Dude. Yeah. She I was impressed. Like, I did not expect to see that in this show, where she was just like, and I was like, ma'am, good form. Good form.
Yeah.
You didn't even break a knuckle.
Yeah.
The peasants rejoice. Like, that was impressive. I think the other thing too, with her and the Duke, how do you guys think? Like, I felt like she was more genuine than when it was just the two of them. Like, when they would be at the balls and they would be making observations of people, I think that was like her true self, not the one that she presented to like the marriage mart and was trying to get, attention from people. I think she was like her true self with him.
When they were promenade.
Yeah, yeah, when they're promenading.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they would make fun of people, and I think it was when the Duchess or the Queen's nephew came, the one that was from Prussia,
Yeah.
and they would like tease because I think Cressida like fainted, and they were like teasing them, like, "Oh look, I fell," or "Oh look, I dropped my
That
fan."
fake
Ugh, I hate Cressida because on my damn nerves.
Dude.
I like her though. She makes it interesting. I mean, like
True.
we could all
She made it interesting, but boy, she got my blood boiling. I'm like, God, she's a fucking hater. I'm like, God damn, go fucking, I don't know, go write a dick, take a shot. I don't know. You felt like she was just hating, and like, I know we're not talking about season 3, but girl,
she
when
was
we
trying
get
to
there,
find one.
girl, look, I'm going in on Cressida.
Yeah, for sure. So Black says she trapped that dude, gave him the Renaissance era red light special. That was afterwards.
Yeah,
That
then
was
again, babe, quit
after.
jumping the gun. That happened later.
She did though. I mean, since we're talking about all of season 1, she did. And it, it's something to say that like she didn't know all the ins and outs of like how babies are made. Like
Yes,
she had to
girl.
ask one of her like staff.
Yeah.
The way she looked, oh
That
my
was pretty bad.
I was like,
when they did it in his office, I think it was in his office, and then he tried to reach for that napkin, and the way she looked, like, like how like light bulb, I think I figured it out, like
Yeah.
is this normal? No,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yeah.
She had to
That's
ask
the guy.
her.
What self-control does this man have? I mean, let's give
Right.
our hats off to the dudes. Like,
For real. I'm like, talk about pull-out game. Like, he had it down. He was like, nope, not happening. Nope.
he's a pull-out ninja. He's like,
For real. But I was like, ooh, I don't know how he did that, but he was on it.
dude, that is discipline of the highest order.
I'm saying. And Daphne over there, like, does that shit hurt every time you take it out? What the fuck is that coming out?
Does it hurt? Are you okay?
Poor Daphne was just like fucking lost. She was like, what the hell's happening?
Poor lady.
Oh,
like
God.
they didn't know. Like they had to go to like their hired help. Like, so it's not normal.
Yeah.
No.
Like her mom didn't like.
Yeah, Violet failed, man.
Yes. Then she when they're like a part where she got mad at her, like, you didn't prepare me for all of this.
Oh yeah, she did. Mother, you didn't tell me.
You sure did.
Know.
You had to get help from her maid, or I forgot what they call them or whatever. But yeah. That was something else.
It was. But in the end, it was a happy ending because they had a baby. And actually, you see, like throughout the seasons, they actually have 2 babies. So she's Daphne, I don't blame you. Pumping them out too. Jeepers. Anyways. Any other thoughts on season 1?
Who did y'all think Lady Whistledown was?
I didn't have any ideas, honestly, at that point. Like watching the show.
Me neither.
I had
watched
no
it back
idea.
again just to see if I could pick up something, but
yeah,
I didn't either.
No.
Yeah, Penelope kept that like wrapped up really, really well. because I
She
would
did.
never have guessed it was her.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I wouldn't have either. And I don't know. I think it's a book 3. They don't show it at the end of season 1, right? They show it in season 2.
Where they reveal her.
Yeah.
Well, I think they show her at the end of season 1 when
Towards
she's
the
like
end
in
of
the
season 1.
carriage. Yeah,
Yeah.
but that was it. They didn't like go into,
Like I knew it was a little bit earlier than the books, but I know they didn't like get like too in it. What's Black say? When we do it, he dies every time. The maid.
a part of him dies. Yeah, because she literally was just like, "Was that her? Like, what the fuck is?" I can't like unsee it anymore.
I can't either. Like it's like
Yeah, yeah. And poor Daphne just fucking clueless. Like,
hey. I mean, if anything, at least she didn't scream like what is that? Like, well,
mm-hmm.
it's part of the All right. So season 2, my ladies, season 2. So this is where we get into Anthony's story. So this is the eldest Bridgerton brother. He has like an enemies to lover trope going on. So I went first the last few times. Con, what kind of caught your eye? What did you absolutely love about this first starting out in season 2?
I don't know what caught my eye in season 2. Season 2 was honestly for me, I felt like it started a little bit slower. I was more so not on the Anthony story, but on the Lady Whistledown reveal part.
Yeah.
Anthony didn't like.
He was.
I wasn't really. Yeah, like I didn't really care about him at first because I was just like whatever in season 2, about him. And then because he had, what was she, an actress or something? I can't remember what she did. Like his little lady hoe friend that he was so in love with.
An opera singer.
Oh, yeah.
Opera singer. Okay, there you go. I was like, I know she did something
Lady
like
hoe
entertainment.
friend.
Yeah,
No.
but yeah. So then it was just like, and then I thought, I was like, okay, maybe she's gonna come around and like maybe she will marry Anthony.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. So that was a whole plot twist, whatever, whatnot. But the sister deal though, the drama, I was like, girl, like y'all gotta tell your sister, like what the heck, like for real. And I know she tried to. She was like, I don't want to break my sister's heart. I don't want to hurt her feelings. Like she thinks Anthony's gonna marry her. Like just the drama. But she's gorgeous. I don't know where the hell they found her, but she played that part really well. She really did. And I love how their relationship turned out in the end, despite all the drama that happened. But yeah, man, that sister to sister drama, I was just like, I felt so bad.
Yeah.
I felt so bad.
And it was like something I don't think Anthony and that older sister could really like have fought. Like there was like attraction there, that was like her sister even saw it. Or her sister's like, oh, okay, I see where this is going. What do you think, Apple?
I honestly did not like season 2.
No,
I just couldn't. No, and like I find Anthony so annoying for some reason.
do you really?
I do. Like in the first season, he was annoying. Like he was a little too much in the first season. Like preventing Daphne from not this guy, not that guy. Like he was just too much for me. And then second season, it was I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't get into. I mean, Kate is gorgeous, and I like how like in the end they get their happy ending. But he was like the whole thing was like with them going back and forth, bickering and stuff. Like just kiss and Kiss and fuck already.
Do it. You'll stop being mad at each other. Yeah, I can see what Apple's saying. Like Anthony was annoying, but I think like in his defense, I think Anthony was trying to learn how to take over, right? And
Yeah,
take over the job of his dad for the Bridgerton family. Like
that's
now
right.
I got to do this and now I got to step up and I got to, you know what I'm saying? So I think he was trying to
Yeah.
learn the ropes, but yes, he was annoying.
Like thinking he's doing it the right
And
way.
try
Yeah.
yeah, I could definitely see that. That's why I was like I didn't really care about him or
Yeah.
his story really, but you know, it is what it is. I will say season 2 is my least of the 3 so far.
Same.
Yeah.
With yeah, definitely.
You kind of touched on it, Con and Apple. Like I like how you finally see why Anthony is the way he is, because you saw their father die, from being
Mhm.
stung by a bee, and all of a sudden, like, he's responsible for the whole, like, Bridgerton family and, like, managing their finances, and which I'm not gonna lie, I did a Google search, like, they're, like, ridiculously wealthy, like, I mean, they
Mhm.
have so much passive income, like, they have, like, 0 things to, like, worry about. Um, but I get why he's like that. Like, it got thrown on him. Like, his dad didn't, like, grow old and die. Like, he got stung by a bee and, probably from, like, a young man in his 20s, he was responsible for all of this, and that's a lot of weight on your shoulders.
Yeah.
And I can see why. Actually, I don't. I don't understand why he went after the younger sister. I guess because she got named the diamond of the season, but when he had like, Kate was very clearly his match. Like, she could go, like, toe to toe to him and, like, be competitive and, like,
Yeah.
argue with him. Like, that's the kind of
Mhm.
person that he needed,
Mhm.
I think. Um, but can we talk about that shirt scene where he fell in the river and, like, man, I was about to go out to the store and buy my husband that white shirt. I'm like, "Here, baby, here's a white shirt." "Oh, I threw water on you. I'm so sorry." "And you're wearing gray sweatpants." Jeez, oh, the horror.
Don't do that. Not the gray sweatpants too with the white shirt.
Men, watch
Yeah.
your ladies. Watch your
Yeah.
ladies. When they
Yep.
start buying white shirts,
Right.
film water on you. The
Kate
reenactment
had
or
that. Kate
something.
had that look. Like Daphne
Like
had that same look with the Duke.
with the dude.
Yeah.
She was hot damn. What?
Right.
And in her head, she's like, throw his ass back in there. Do this one more time.
First drying off. Get it wet
He
again.
ain't deserve her.
What's a damn shame, Black? What'd you say? Willie said he's taking notes. That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
My
Willie. White shirt. Okay, be prepared.
That's
Water
right.
coming at you. Apple will have it
Right.
ready for you.
Oh,
I'll
yeah, I got a
just
few on Amazon. Linen shirt. No,
I'll,
it's cool outside. Just wear that. It's fine.
Oh,
Um,
but yeah.
um, but and I think this is where we first see. I think this is when Eloise finds out about Penelope being Lady Whistledown, and
Mhm.
the pressure starts kind of coming on. The Queen is always trying to find out who Lady Whistledown is, and I think she starts suspecting Eloise, and in order to get the focus off Eloise, Penelope ends up writing about her kind of consorting with political radicals, women's rights. How dare they?
Yeah.
Um, so when you see that later on, that's kind of where that stems from. But I think this is the first time in the show. Granted, like at this point, like Queen Charlotte hadn't come out yet because I think that came out in 2023. This is where I really started to notice the music. Now,
Yeah.
I was talking to Black about the soundtrack of this show, and it is fire. So you see Anthony and Kate, and they're dancing, and they have these classical orchestra takes on modern songs, and they start doing Wrecking Ball.
Mm-hmm.
I am not a huge fan of Wrecking Ball, but dude, when they started playing that, I was just like, "Oh, carriage is like a frog," and they're doing like all the like orchestra, and I was just like, "Oh, it
Look,
couldn't be like a
look.
more perfect song."
The excitement of the strings. Okay, so my husband will tell you I am the biggest fan of strings.
Yeah.
You bust out that. So look, that little backstory has nothing to do with Bridgerton, real quick. But I played the
Go for
violin
it.
for almost 7 years, and when I say I love strings, I know strings. Like that's my thing. And
Okay.
so when I started to see the orchestra doing what the hell they were doing to the songs,
Yeah.
girl, that was everything for me. Like it was so good, and it just got better. It got better even in
Yes.
season like the next
Yes.
season when we get there. Like it, yeah.
Yeah.
I was blown away by it.
Like I felt like season 1 was kind of subtle, and then when they did Wrecking Ball during Kate and Anthony's dance, I was just like,
Mm-hmm.
"What is
Yeah,
this? I
yeah,
see what you're doing. I see." And
yeah,
then third season is like in your face. I'm
yeah.
like,
And I had to play it back to I think, and I want to say my husband was watching it with me because we were like, and I think he's like, did I hear that right? Is that like, are we really hearing like these songs? And I think we had to like play it back to really catch it. And
right,
I was like, damn, they are. And then like again, they just kept dropping like songs, and I'm like, this is
get
fucking
behind this.
fire. It was so good, so good.
Absolutely. Like those yeah, that music was just awesome
Mm-hmm.
sauce. I loved
Yep.
it. All right. So yeah, that was kind of the shining moment for me, I think, was season 2. You see Kate and Anthony like dancing to Wrecking Ball, and I feel like that was kind of like when they finally started like coming to terms like, okay, like I like you. Like we should totally shag and like get together or not, and all the things. And
Yep.
I agree, this wasn't like my most favorite season like out of all of them. Like, but
Yeah.
Anthony in his white shirt made it worth it. Just saying.
It's a me.
All right.
Apple's over there still not sold. She's like nah.
She's like,
Yeah, I
I
agree
don't know
though.
what to
Yeah,
say.
season 2 was like it really was meh for me.
Yeah, it was okay. Like
Yeah,
that happened.
it's
I mean,
not great.
following the Duke, Daphne and Duke, like, no, it couldn't.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, you
You're right.
can't top season 1.
Yeah.
Nah.
You're right. And and the thing is, it's like season 1 was so epic, and then they came up with Queen Charlotte, and I was like, oh. And then
Girl,
they had
Queen
like,
Charlotte. Oh,
dude, Queen Charlotte was fire. I mean, I know that kind of came out in 2023, and then I was like, guys, like that's fine, that's fine. All right, so season 3. I have been looking forward to this season for a while. I love Penelope. I mean, you can see in the background how much she's like spooning after Colin, and she just everything's back. And it kind of breaks my heart at the same time because I'm like, if these two don't get together,
don't get together.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
be pissed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be pissed. All right, Apple. First thoughts. What'd you love? What'd you think? Season 3.
The carriage scenes like that.
Man, you jump right to that scene.
Oh, yes.
Let's go straight
The
to it.
carriage scene.
No, but she's always been in love with him since season 1.
Right.
Like,
Right.
and I love that about her. Like she knows what she wants. Like, even though, like, what you call like she, I feel like this season, like like her father died,
Right.
and like with Eloise, their friendship,
Mhm.
but, like she's been through a lot. So
Right.
like with this with the third season, like in the way it ended, like I feel like I'm so happy for her. I'm so happy. And that carriage scene, like, man, everybody's talking about it.
How many times did you watch that
Yeah.
carriage scene is what I want to
This
know.
one time, you guys watched it first. Remember, I didn't even see it yet until like maybe a week after. But I knew everybody was talking about it.
Right.
It's all over Facebook and all over TikTok. So I was like, okay, let me go
Yeah,
ahead
I was trying to stay off social media, so I didn't like, see what was happening because
and.
I didn't want anybody to mess it up because I had to wait a little bit too. But
Yeah,
yeah, that carriage scene, boy.
yeah.
My love on you tonight. No,
Penelope
we
was like,
know.
"Oh, what's happening? Why do I feel this way?" she was she was like, "Oh." It was one of those.
Oh,
it was like it was so good. It was so good. It was like it's like, girl, you don't even know. He's just touching you. Like, calm down. Like, wait for it, it's coming. It was like the buildup. The carriage was just the beginning, but later
sir,
on, I
get
was
your
like,
own carriage.
okay,
Get on my
right,
carriage.
right.
You're my personal space.
Didn't Colin say like, shall we, like, I guess at one point, like, should we ask him to keep like just kind of
Driving. Yeah.
going around, like, so we don't have to get out the carriage yet? Like,
Do a
he
loop.
was like,
Do another loop.
yep,
Keep going.
yep. Let's just circle the whole town right now at this
We're not
point.
done. Sorry, we've done 10 loops. Keep going. Okay.
Right. But no, season 3, man, it was good. I will say that it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
They just at the end though, y'all, they were putting way too many storylines. That's my only take on
Yeah.
that. Like, they were
Yeah.
trying to put, I don't know what Shonda was thinking when she was doing it, but she put way too much, especially in that last episode. I'm like
Too many
trying to
sub.
follow 10 different stories. Yeah, it was a lot to follow.
Yeah.
I agree. Like I think what is it? Benedict, the second eldest brother, like I could have did without
Mhm.
his like and
Yeah,
him shagging and having threesomes. Like I could have did without that. Like you're just trying to get boobies and stuff on screen at this point. And
yeah,
I mean, it wasn't like organic or like authentic. Yeah, I agree. Like when you guys said that in our chat, I was just like, yeah, I
yeah.
agree.
So I
Like I
was
could have done
I was
without
thinking
that.
though, like, I wonder if Shonda had a plan because in season 3 she covers, if you will, right, like the whole Pride Month with Benedict.
Right.
And then
Right.
she
Yeah.
covers Juneteenth by all these fucking Bridgerton women and whatnot. Like, boy,
Yeah.
did they love their black men. They were just like, girl, Lady Violet. I'm like, I need her. I need her to fucking hurry up and smash Lady Danbury.
All
Like, I
the
need her to do it.
all the
Yes,
Bridgerton girls
yes.
are like, chocolate, please.
Yes, yes. Like, oh my God, chocolate. I love like, girl, dark chocolate's healthy for you. Go ahead, go do it. Do it.
It's got antioxidants in it.
Like, do it.
USDA
But yeah,
approved.
I don't know if that was Shonda's plan, was to kind of cover everything, or thinking of the months that she was dropping these the last 4 episodes. But
Right.
I don't know. I don't know if that was her plan. I was just sitting back thinking, like, maybe she was just trying to cover the month. I don't know,
I don't
with all
I
the
don't
damn
know.
stories.
That didn't actually even occur to me, but yeah, valid point. Actually.
Yeah.
We have one of our buddies from the Saturday Night Nerds. Hello, sir. Your queen say hello here in the
Hey,
chat.
hey.
Um,
Hello, hello.
So, first thought, like, coming into, like, season 3. So you have, like, the whole, like, my best friend's brother story, which, if anybody reads books, you've read this story before where, your best friend's got the hots for your brother and hopefully they
Mhm.
they eventually, get together. I I really like so the thing about the Featheringtons for people who don't watch the show is that colors mean something in the ton. So the thing with the Bridgertons is that they wear like very like a what would you call it color? Like
Like neutral.
that French blue and like a soft
Yeah,
lavender is the
subtle and
yeah, very subtle color, very classy. And then you have like the
mhm.
Featheringtons where they've been
Oh,
kind of dubbed like yeah, there's that.
A
Yeah,
bag of fucking Skittles.
seriously, like, melt some Skittles and throw it on their
Yeah,
clothes. That's their
yeah.
clothes. And they always had Penelope in, like, these bright yellows, and it, like, just didn't look very good at all. Like, let's just put it that way.
Yeah,
I won't throw any more shade to our dear sweet Penelope. But,
mm,
so
yeah.
like, her glow up was when she attended a
Oh
ball.
my gosh.
And she's wearing this, like, dark green ensemble, and anybody with any shade of, like, red hair and, like, walks in, like, wearing green,
Hmm.
absolute fire. Like, she went in and Conlon, like, had to pick his jaw up off the floor. He's like, "Huh? Oh,
Yep, yep.
okay." I'm like, "That's right,
Colin
dude.
was in love.
Her out." And, like
she was ready. Like,
and
she went to the
There
like what was the name of that
was
scene?
Starburst
The,
and Pelican. He was the yellow one.
the
yeah,
French lady.
black,
She
but
did
they were
say she was trying to get out of the citrus color. She's like, no more
Yeah,
she
fucking
was.
citrus
she
colors.
told like
Like
yeah.
I'm done. Yeah, I'm
She
done
did.
with citrus colors.
Wise choice, because those citrus colors, like,
Mm-mm.
it
Mm-mm.
made me nauseous just to look at. I was just like,
Yeah,
I'm a
yeah,
woman now.
yeah,
Hear me roar.
right?
yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Literally.
And so I
Yeah.
noticed, like, through the season, like, one of the big things I pay attention to in a lot of movies is, like, colors, and wardrobe and things like that, and I noticed that her colors started aligning a little bit more with, like, the Bridgertons, so a little bit softer blues, softer lavenders. She wore her hair down more, like,
Hmm.
she looked more mature, like, even some of her dresses showed a lot more of her, like, shapeliness, whereas it just kinda looked like a big, like, tent on her before. Um,
Hmm.
so I like how when they have the focus shift from, like, one character to another, they start having, like, a subtle glow up with them during that season. Like, you noticed it with, like, Anthony and, like, his season, like, he had a little bit of a glow up, like, he had, like,
He
fucking what do you
did.
call it, lamb chops, and I was like, "Ooh."
Sideburn.
Yeah, I was like, "Ooh," and then he shaved him off, I'm like,
Season 2,
"I
yeah,
like
he
it, I
looked
like
bad.
it."
Yeah.
Shave that shit off. Nobody wants to cuddle up to that, it's gross. Like, shave that shit off. And then you see, Penelope's glow up, like, she's got her hair down, and she's got, like, these waves and, like, her gowns. I was like, "Ma'am,
Girl, her glow up was something else.
girl."
But that first reveal, like that in that emerald green, I was like, wow. I was like, okay, girl, turning heads. We're
Get it,
doing
get
this. She
it,
said,
get
I
it,
want
get
to
it.
look like the ladies up in Paris. I want to do what Paris is doing.
She
And she
you
did.
know?
And she did. She
Yeah.
sure did. She said, I want to do something different this time, she said. And she did. But yeah. It was so good. It was so good.
Yeah, and, I think it kinda showed, like, she started kinda coming into, like, being her own person, and,
Mm-hmm.
I think it showed a lot of character too, like, you're seeing her kinda struggle, like, throughout the season, like, being Lady Whistledown and, her saying some things about Conlon, about how he's not being, like, his true self and everything, Well, she wasn't wrong. I mean, that's the thing about Lady Whistledown, that she picks on everybody, and nobody's hands off. And I love how she comes to terms with it and she owns it.
Yes. She
Um,
was struggling. She was struggling like,
yeah,
do I give it up? But it's my dream, like, and back then it's like you there's nothing you can do but be a wife and just have babies. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
she
Mhm.
she want to do something with her life. Like she had these big dreams and she stood her ground.
And she's a great writer.
She
I
is.
agree. I mean, I know
Yeah.
it's some of it's gossip, but the way she does the gossip, and it's not it's tastefully done, I think shows the talent and the way she writes and the words that she uses. I'm glad, like I think in part sometime part of the books, I think she ends up giving it up, but hopefully she doesn't for the Netflix series, because I think that's something that the writer may have should have kept. But I love the that she kept that. I agree, Apple. I love that she kept that. It's something that's hers, that she
Mhm.
owns. I know the seamstress that you're talking about, like, encouraged her not to give that up, which I'm glad that she didn't. Like, it's not about the money.
Yeah.
She made
Yeah.
tons of
It,
money from it.
it made her,
Yeah.
yeah, made her
Yeah,
happy.
Yeah.
yeah,
It was
it's
her
her.
own. It was her voice. It was,
Mhm.
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. And that's why when Cressida was like, "No, I'm Lady Whistledown," Penn was
Was
like,
like,
"Bitch, I
"Ooh."
worked too damn hard for this. This
I
is
know.
mine. This is not your shit." And then I was dying when Cressida was trying to read her one that she was trying to release, and her
Her
mom, she was reading
one
it to her mom,
sentence, yeah.
and she was like, "That's it." Like, and like, bitch,
And
you can't write like
when you
Lady
say,
Whistledown. No, yeah, like
"Lady was so
even her
down."
mom was like, "What the fuck? You
Her
didn't
mom
tell
had
me
to help
nothing."
her, right? It was her mom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that's you know,
uh,
I get why Cressida did it. Like, I know we talked to Lauren. Like, Lauren's not here, but
yes.
I know Lauren talked about it. Like, Cressida got
Mhm.
dealt a dirty hand. Like, she tried to get with the Prince of Prussia in like the first season, and I forgot who she went after in the second season. And then like I think Penelope and her were going after like Lord Dubling in the third season. I think her parents finally like had enough and were like gonna marry her off to like some ancient like saggy bald dude. And I get why, girl. Can we I'm sorry. When I see these old dudes, I'm like,
Yeah,
I'd probably
she was
say I was
about to
Lady
be
Whistledown.
Lady Danbury all over again, like fucked up.
You do not have to draw me bass as often.
Literally, yeah.
I'll be staying
Well,
clean. Um, I get why Cressida did it. And I think seeing a different side of her, like her and Eloise being friends, was interesting too. Like it didn't quite make her like 100% asshole, as Starlord would put it. Like, I'm not an asshole all the time. Like, I get why she is the way she is.
And
Like, I
she wasn't. She kept Eloise. No, was it Eloise? Yeah, Eloise's
yeah,
secret, right? It wasn't her that told
true.
the Tom. So
Right.
she wasn't bad the whole time.
No, I agree. It wasn't the whole time. Like I Cressida unfortunately was
She just, yeah.
suffered from, her mother probably being overbearing, and, just like her family situation just kind of sucked. And her
Yeah.
dresses sucked. Like, girl, what the fuck are you wearing?
yeah.
So
Well,
gaudy.
I'm gonna be on the dark side and go against y'all because Cressida got on my goddamn nerves. First of all,
That bitch.
and
That bitch.
when she, yeah, literally, like I would fucking fight her if I ever saw her ass in the street. Like, girl, she made me mad. Like,
See
but
her.
when she stepped on Penn's dress at that emerald
Oh,
green dress,
dude, that was
I was like, you
nasty.
bitch. Like I would have like I don't know how Penn just like kept it together because my ass would have been like throwing fist.
Oh.
Like we would have been fighting. Like, girl, no. I know
The
you didn't just
dapping
step on my
machine.
whole Paris look. I need you to stop.
Oh.
Mm-mm.
And like some of those things, like I know it's like I like seeing the other side of Cressida, but at the same time, I'm like, God, you're such a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Yeah.
I know why she was like, oh, I'm Lady Whistledown. Like, it's me. But at the same time, I'm like, sit your ass down. Stop fucking lying.
Yeah. Yeah.
If
No,
you
you're not.
gotta lay there and fucking look at a ceiling like Lady Danbury and get fucked by old balls, like, oh well, girl. Like, don't be out here fucking lying. Like, don't. And she kind of made her bed, though. I'm saying, like, don't fucking lie,
Black
bitch. That wasn't yours.
As you can see, I married a
Yeah,
thug.
hell yeah, you married a thug. Yeah, like I would have
Nothing wrong
fucking
with that.
fought her.
Totally
Like, bitch,
fine.
catch
Totally
me
fine.
outside. Like, I will fuck you up. Like, if I was Penn, I would have been all up in her ass. Like, I don't know how Penn was calm. And like,
Me and Apple in the background, like, who we fighting? Where are we going? Okay.
I'm telling you,
All right, fuck 'em up.
look, I'm a troublemaker.
Oh god. So all in all, I think that season 3 was a winner. I think we all got the happy ending that we all wanted. Like I really wanted to see Penelope and Colin get together. Get together.
Yes.
That was just and you know, just a side note that the actress that plays Penelope, I think her name's Nicola.
Mhm.
She actually had some trolls, and I want to give her mad props because there was a point where I saw her being interviewed, and somebody was trying to give her props for being brave enough, which I can only assume that she's, you know, a little bit on the chubby side for her taking her clothes off. And she cut her off and said, "Oh, yes, because I'm part of the perfect breast group." And I was like, that's how you handle it like a boss.
I
Yes,
saw that.
ma'am.
I
Your
saw that.
rack was impressive. Great boobs, I have to say. Like, when you took your shirt off, I was like, ma'am, hell yeah.
That mirrors.
I know. Let's represent for the real boobs here. That's how it's done. That's how it's done.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I love that she squashed the haters as well. Yes. All right.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts for season 3? 17 said, "Whoa, Nelly." Yeah, I'm not shy about appreciating other people's bodies, no matter what gender. Like, hey, you got a nice rack. I'll let you know. I'm like, hey, nice rack. I like it. Rock on.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, this is mine. I fucking own it. And I'm chubby. And what?
That's right. Say more.
Like, bitch, do you know how fucking rich I'm getting off this fucking show? Fuck you.
I know.
I don't fucking care what you got to say in the comments.
I know.
You ain't keeping my light on. Get the fuck out of here.
I know. It's like, don't. So she squashed the haters pretty quickly, which I love that about her. So I am super glad that she did that. So, and mad props to her. Sorry, nerd says. Yeah, right.
And Colin all at the same time was like, this may hurt for a second. Like, bitch, what? I ain't worried about that. My boobs look fucking fabulous, goddammit. This might hurt for a second.
It's fine.
No big deal.
I don't even know what to say.
You'll feel a slight sting. It's okay.
I saw someone. I don't know what platform I was looking at, but it was like I saw a little comment, like somebody had said, like that scene where they were on the chase doing it, and somebody had made a comment like that's impossible how they're doing it, because you know how she's kind of like sitting back like this.
I thought of that too. I'm like, how?
Like
how?
He's gotta have like a long, you know, for that.
That's what I'm saying. Look, Apple. Look, Apple. I'm seeing you, girl. Because I was like, there's no fucking way. And the bitch is thick, right? That's all good. but you gotta fucking fupa down there, right?
Right.
Like, unless Colin got a fucking like 12 incher or something, like how are you perfectly cornered on this chase?
And then
No,
like, this might
like,
hurt a
come
little.
on, Sean. I'm mad Shonda made it like that.
Are
Though.
you
She
sure
should've
it's
made
gonna
that
hurt?
yeah, really. But I mean, it's her first time. It could have hurt, even if it was only 2 inches that she got. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like, that don't
Yeah,
that
I
don't
think
look
it's just
right.
the way how they were positioned together.
Yeah. Yes.
I
Yes.
thought that was,
Yes.
I thought that was like, when I read that comment.
Yes.
It was like, she said it was
Yes.
impossible. I'm like, huh.
That would have been my first choice of furniture, but you know, to each
Yeah.
their own.
Right.
I mean, they had the bed right there. Wait, where were they?
Right?
They were in the bedroom,
Yeah,
right?
they had a whole fucking like suite.
Yes.
Like, you're rich. You can fuck wherever the fuck you want. You want to go to the pool?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Your
Like,
sleeps right there, but you
wanna
chose
literally.
like lounger.
first time, and you want to do it on a like on a chase.
On a chase. Yeah, on a chase.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
So uncomfortable. Like it's like straight back, like no lounging
Well,
or reclining
I mean,
at all.
Penelope didn't complain. She wanted more after that. So
She wants more vitamin C. Like, where's Cameron? I need
it's
more
like,
vitamin C.
can we do it again?
I wish they would have dragged their story out a little bit more because they were so quick to wrap it up. I mean, they
It's like-
jumped scenes, and all of a sudden, like all the Featheringtons had fucking babies. And it was like, no, like I wanted their, like, you know, I wanted a story. I wanted a little bit more.
Yeah. And you
Like,
know
it
what's
was
funny is that they filmed more. Like I read something where they had more stuff with them. They just
They cut it
put
out.
it in there.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll have like
So
a little,
Shonda, if you're watching this, I'm gonna need you to hit me up and tell me why you did what you did.
right?
Because
Maybe
I
give
need
us a little
answers.
novella of
Right.
and had some more behind the scenes
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to know.
And we need a Lady
Yeah.
Danbury spin-off.
Yes, I want to know her full story. Like,
Yeah, I want, like, you know, I think it's, I don't know if it's the end of season. Yeah, it is the end of season 3 where like I'm glad, like, Lady Danbury to Lady Bridgerton, like, I'm glad we are friends. Like, I don't know, maybe I missed something, but I didn't get it. Like, something happened way before.
So
in Charlotte,
good.
Go ahead, Jen, if you want, if you
Oh
got
yeah, you go for it, girl. Go. I'm listening.
So in Charlotte, and again, I didn't catch it the first time watching Charlotte because after I watch all 3 seasons, I say, okay, now I got to rewatch Charlotte, right? But it kind of connects the dots. So Apple,
does, yeah.
yes, the Lady Danbury and the Bridgertons go back to Charlotte. So in Charlotte, after Lady Danbury's husband dies, what is she in, like, Jen, like a fucking open field with the fucking cabin? I don't even know where she was. They were just out there, and she crossed
near her property or
something.
something.
She crossed paths with Violet's dad. And eventually her and Violet's dad fucking smash each other. And they're just the 0-1. they end up, you know, whatever, and then she makes, or he gives her a hat for her birthday or whatever.
Okay, I remember that now.
But that was the linkage of the hats, and she was like, hold up, my dad made those damn hats, and I made those hats for my husband.
Where'd you get that from?
Like,
yeah,
right, for real.
Yeah,
we only made these hats like for our family. Why the fuck does Lady Danbury got a hat? Like,
and then Violet was like,
yeah, and Violet connected the dots and was like, oh,
right,
okay.
And
yeah, she
and
knew.
So,
she knew what was up.
Yeah,
the Violet.
But look, that.
Go ahead.
You got it.
So like Violet, I think, started figuring it out, and she got out all of her birthday hats that her dad had made for her, and you could see Lady Danbury going like, "Oh," sipping her tea like, "Oh," and like Violet going like, "I see you." See you. But I think when Con, if I'm on the right track, I think at the end of season 3 when Lady Danbury and Violet are both kind of sitting together and having a drink or tea or whatever, and it's obvious Violet like has the hots for her brother, and they're both like, I'm so glad that we're friends, and it kind of comes out like, hey, I know you shagged my dad, and I like your brother,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I like that that's not a secret. I like that they put it open. I like that these women are having like a real conversation, a real friendship. It's nothing like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's nothing shady. Do you know what I mean? Like I hate it when they have like these chicks like always catfighting. Like not women aren't always like that. Like sometimes they are
Yeah.
very real. Like
Yeah.
I shagged your dad. Okay, I'm sorry. No worries. I like your brother. All right, we cool. All right, cool. Let's have some drinks. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Wasn't Violet like
She was like, we need something stronger.
yeah. Fanny Port.
yeah.
Yeah.
What were you
And
saying, Apple?
there was like wasn't Violet like deal with your problem first and then we can something like that. Wasn't this the end of season 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like she had to deal with her house and everything that was going on before she would jump into.
Yeah. So she
But
told
I,
how to deal with your problem.
I'm praying. Yep, I'm praying for Violet and I can't think of his name, but yeah, Lady Danbury's brother. I want them to be together.
Yeah.
Me too. I support the chocolate fetish.
Right. Yes. I support the chocolate fetish, but and going back to Charlotte though, real quick, between Violet and Lady Danbury, when they were like they were looking at all the portraits on the wall, and she called her back, and she was like, "My garden's blooming." Lady Danbury,
I know. I was like,
talking about.
What do you mean
And Violet was like, "My garden is blooming." she said, "Girl, I need dick. How do I go about this? Like, I'm a widow, but I have needs." Like, they just kept it real. And Lady Danbury was like, "Girl, you need to do what you gotta do." Yeah. She was like, your garden.
The garden.
Yes.
Dude, can we normalize that phrase? Like, can I be like, hey, my garden's blooming.
My garden's blooming.
Like that. Like,
yeah.
It took me a minute. I was like, oh no, my garden's blooming. I was like, huh? What?
Yeah, I know. I was like, what the fuck is she talking about?
I know.
And then it took a second. I was like, oh.
That's what I mean. Like some of the writing, like, it takes me a minute to like kind of like process. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But nice.
Yeah.
So Willie says, love the show. You guys should do this again. P.S. The lady on the top right is hot. And our friend Kaylee said, love to see them all together again. Bottom one is hot too. Her, she likes chocolate too. Might be my
shot. Okay, Eric. Now you got a comment too, Eric.
I know. Hold on. We're waiting for the third one to jump on here.
Where's Eric?
Say something.
Come on now. You can't leave Jen like this, Eric.
All right, ladies. Any final thoughts on our wonderful Bridgerton show?
I'm looking forward to the next one. I'm just sad that we got to wait 2 years.
I know, right?
There's no special effects. Why we got to wait so long?
That's what I'm saying. And, people were saying, like, Chandra dropped fucking 20 seasons of Grey's Anatomy like that. Why are we taking forever to get a damn Bridgerton season 4 out here?
She's giving us a chance to read the book.
Yeah.
She's like chewing that a little.
Yeah.
I like it.
But
all right.
Fun show.
All right, ladies.
This was good.
All right. We will finish up here in just a minute. All right. Well, We are coming to a close with our episode 32 of the Queens of Nerddom. Apple Con, I can't thank you enough for joining me tonight. I know you guys took time out of your busy schedules. I know you're busy ladies, and I appreciate you coming to hang out with me and nerding out. Like I said, there is many, many different ways to nerd out, and this is just one of them. And after being around lots of different people, going to Phoenix Fan Fusion, there's lots of different ways to nerd out. And my friends, this is just one of them. Again, I thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having us, Jen.
Absolutely.
This was good. Hey, if House of Dragon comes up, sign me up.
Oh, say less. Say less, girl. I'm about to we about to do a rap party on that mess too.
I'm down.
Started the season, the new season yet?
Yeah, I haven't started it. We should
started
though. Oh, okay. We're gonna make plans, guys. Stand by
Right?
for more information.
Watch parties. Schedule
right.
it.
We're doing House of Dragon next, guys. Don't forget to check out our network website. thedfpan.com is where all of our podcasts are. If you look at the drop down menu, you'll find the Queens there. We have lots of other episodes, other interviews, things of that nature. And everybody, don't forget, stay nerdy and keep that crown straight. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.